So the new year is upon us and you're setting goals. You're setting big goals, you have big resolutions, and you're hoping for a great year. You're hoping that somehow this year will be better than the last one. But here's the truth. Most people don't follow through on their New Year's goals and promises and resolutions past the first few weeks and maybe past the first few months. I'm not trying to be negative. You see, just because you set some goals on paper does not mean that you will accomplish them. Just because you set some goals in a journal or a diary in your app does not mean that you will accomplish them at all. And in this video, I will explain to you why your new year resolutions fail again and again and again, and I will tell you what you need to do instead. So here is why your goals and resolutions don't stick. You have fallen for the New Year fallacy. The New Year fallacy is that the idea that somehow just because the dates changed from December 31st to January 1st, you're suddenly a new person and you will take one giant step and life will be completely transformed and different. Your life will be new all over again, that you will magically have more time, more energy, more motivation, that you will magically make things happen, and that you will magically hit your big goals, hopefully. Not only that, you hope that just because the date changed from December 31st to January 1st, every area of your life will be transformed. You'll wake up earlier, you'll start meditating, you'll eat salad, you'll lose that extra weight, you'll read more books, you'll double your business, and so on and so forth. It's just magical fantasy we have that yes, it's New Year, somehow everything will be different. But just because those dates changed, you won't magically have tons more discipline and energy and more hours to do everything you set out to do, right? You're not going to magically make that happen, because the problem is, for as long as you continue to believe in this New Year fallacy, you will fail at your New Year goals and resolutions again and again and again until you give up. Let me repeat this. For as long as you continue to believe that somehow, because the dates changed from December 31st to January 1st, now there is hope in the air and somehow things will magically happen, that's the reason why you will continue to fail at your New Year's goals and resolutions again and again. I'm not trying to be negative here. I want to give you a framework to understand why this is happening so that you can actually improve your life rather than just do the same old, same old. Now, here's the challenge, right? Here's why it's all happening. It's because you get excited about a bunch of goals and resolutions, but as you go through life and as you maybe fail at one of those goals or maybe more of those goals, you begin to lose momentum. One week you don't hit your business goals. Next week, you're deflated. Before you know it, you're back to the same old ways, nothing changed, and you feel stuck. One week you said, I'm going to eat very clean. You do it for a week, you do it for a week and a half, and by the time Saturday rolls around, you're back to your good old ways, and nothing's changed. And you'll begin to fall into the pattern of thinking that somehow something is wrong with you, and that's why you're not able to achieve your goals. You're wondering, how come everyone around me is living a good life, but somehow I am stuck? Something is wrong with me. I failed yet again at my goals and resolutions. By the time February or March rolls around, most people give up on their dreams. Most people give up on their goals and resolutions yet again. And that to me is very sad. I want to change that because I hate to see people do this to themselves year in and year out. This is the New Year fallacy. People fall for this every single time. Don't do that to yourself, okay? So in the book Succeed, Dr. Heidi Grant Halvorson explains why this happens in a little more detail. So let me explain to you what's going on. The question is, why are you optimistic that you will achieve your goals this year? Is it because it's New Year, you have hope, and you feel you have the talent or the skills or the smarts or the conditions will change, and as a result, you will achieve your goals? Is that what it is? Because when you hope that New Year will lead to changes, times will change, and things will work themselves out, you are living in the unrealistic frame of mind. You're focused on things you have no control over. You have no control over how this year will change or how times will change or what New Year will bring or what conditions will be different. You have no control over any of these things. This kind of optimism is dangerous because it doesn't lead you anywhere. It only leads you to feeling a lot more unfulfilled in life. It only leads you to feeling that, hey, something is wrong with me and that's why things are not moving forward. On the other hand, if you're optimistic about effort, execution, systems, and strategy, that's when you have realistic optimism, because you are optimistic about things you can control, things you can improve. This is the right kind of optimism. This is the kind of optimism that gets you results. You see, most people fail because they use the wrong kind of optimism. They're optimistic about external conditions. They're optimistic about new times, new year, hope. All of that is not the way you achieve great results. What happens when you're optimistic about new year and hope and talent and conditions and all of those things, you just get tired of setting big goals year after year and you resign. Over time, you give up. That's what happens for most people. We just think magically the new year will bring changes, and when it doesn't, we get deflated and we go back to our same old ways. So what about you? Where are you in this spectrum? What are you optimistic about? Are you optimistic about new year, hope, and external conditions? Or you're optimistic about your effort and your execution systems and your strategy? The question is really crucial, because until you are optimistic about the right things, you will just spin your vehicles and waste your time. You'll just spin your wheels and waste your life away. So what should you do? You should be optimistic about the right things. Optimistic that you have a powerful execution system, you have a powerful goal achievement strategy. You know you will put in the work to make this happen. So if you are serious about goal achievement, let me give you a little insight. A goal is just a destination. Most people set big goals. They have this destination, but they have no idea how they'll achieve it. They don't have a clear roadmap. They don't have a clear vehicle. They just meander through life. A goal is a destination. It needs a vehicle and it needs a map. You need a system, you need a process, you need a strategy, you need a framework in order to achieve your big goals. So this week, I want to help you. I'm teaching a live free masterclass where I'll teach you 3 keys to achieve more in the next 30 days than you did in the last 60 days without working a minute longer than usual. I will literally give you the most powerful goal achievement framework that exists in the world today. So you can register for the free live masterclass at 2000books.com/time. Some of the greatest achievers have all been using the same framework to achieve great success. You can look at people all the way from John D. Rockefeller 100 years ago, who was the richest man in the world, all the way to Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. They all deployed this framework. So if you want to learn this framework, head on over to 2000books.com/time. So if you are serious about achieving your goals, or the question is, do you want to achieve your big goals this year, or you want to live a life of quiet desperation, setting big goals year after year, but not hitting them again and again and again and again and again? Where do you stand? What do you want to do? If you want to achieve big things, then head on over to 2000books.com/time, and I will see you in the free live masterclass that I'm conducting this week. I want to teach you this framework so it will change your life forever, my friends.